Hey guys, welcome to the studio. Today I'll show you how to create or paint an African mask. This is part of the plaster mask series I've been doing. If you haven't watched that video, you could go ahead and check it out. That one shows you how to make like the face form for the mask. And today I'll be showing you how to paint it and turn it into an African mask. So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have my supplies ready to paint my African mask. I've got acrylic paints that will bond to the plaster. I've got my paintbrushes and water, and I also have, this is raffia, which is like a dried grass. Oftentimes, African masks will have like a hair or beard, and so I'll be adding kind of like some little spikes around the edge of mine. When you create an African mask, the things that you want to consider adding to give it the look of an African mask, you would want to add a long nose. That's typical of an African mask. They also oftentimes have like small lines that create patterns in different places on the mask, and this is where you can get creative and come up with different ways of doing that. They typically have earthy colors because, you know, a lot of them were made from wood, and so browns and blacks, and then like dark reds, dark yellows, different colors like that can really give it the feel of an African mask. And then sometimes you'll notice on the African masks, like I said earlier, that they'll have like a hair or beard, and that's why I'm using the raffia. Sometimes they'll also have like a nose ring or earrings, and you could add that if you wanted to, but I'm going to go with the raffia on mine. So these are the things that you would want to include to give it the look of an African mask. And so now to begin, I would just start kind of by outlining those shapes. And you'll notice this mask is just a basic face shape. It doesn't have a long nose, but we don't have to use the shapes that are there. We can paint the shapes that we want to be on there. And so I'm going to come all the way up here to start the nose. And so there's my basic outline. At this point, I'm going to mix my paints and then just start painting in and adding the color to my mask. Okay, so now I've finished painting my mask and I'm ready to go ahead and add the raffia. And I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about different things you can do. You can cut it to different lengths, of course. If you know how to braid, you could create braids for your mask. You can also tie several pieces together and create like long hair. And then if you tie a knot in the center, that gives you a place kind of to hot glue, and it can hang down around the mask. What I'm going to do today for mine is cut small short pieces, and then I'll go around the edges and hot glue those on. And so raffia is easy to cut with scissors. So I would just sit here and, you know, make a pile of the small pieces I need. You could also probably use Elmer's glue or a different type of glue. I just like hot glue because it secures it quickly, and then you're done and you don't have to wait for it to dry. But I would just go around the perimeter one at a time, make the spot for the raffia, and then press it in, and it'll kind of create like little spikes coming out around the mask. And so now I will just continue to do that. Okay, so now that I've finished hot gluing the raffia around the edges, I just got to pick off the little gluey spider webs, and then I'm ready to put a clear coat on. You can use Mod Podge or an acrylic spray. clear coat to seal your mask and to kind of give it a shiny coat and make it more durable. So there is my African mask. I hope you had fun watching the video on African mask making. I'm really happy with how mine turned out. I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. This summer we'll be adding much more content. We'll be taking a trip to New York City and documenting part of that and sharing it on here, as well as adding more tips about like art studio organization, and as well as lots of fun summer projects that you could do and create at home this summer. So please subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks.